Hello, dear friends. Dr. Yang, inventor of PSC Nasal Filter, and today I want to talk about one of the health issue is called empty nose syndrome that I watch quite a bit on the YouTube and Facebook and learn more about it. The reason I was learn about this health issues because one of the customer he ordered the nasal filter through our online shop, and he introduced himself about what his go through, and that make me know that okay, there are some disease called the empty nose syndrome, and I really have completely no idea that the nose can be such an important organ, not only just like a channel for the air pass through, but they have sanitize the air, moisturize the air, heated up the air, and also and have the sensors in the nose and to sense the air pass through, so that let your body ease. So if you don't have the sensor worked out, your body will constantly remind you don't breathe in. So it's just like a very difficult psychological effect. So what I was trying to do is to see and focus like what is the empty nose syndrome, what's the side effect based on I know from the people who has video, and because also because of my my customer and friends. He's from Florida, based on his feedback, and to talk about the potentially how the nasal filter can be used to ease some discomfort about this. You cannot be, I cannot see that this nasal filter will be a game changer or will be resolve the problem completely, but it definitely can utilize ease some symptom of that. So first of all, so when you have the empty nose syndrome, that your nose is much open, so the air just like very quickly rush into system. So it didn't go through a proper filtration process that goes through the mucus, goes through the membrane, so all the virus or whatever the bacteria can trap before they get into the lung. So really, kind of without this filtration, and the patient can easily getting sick, getting infections, and nostril infection. So that's how the nasal filter protected is. The nasal filter, you see what I wear is, if you see my YouTube video, you will see that how the nasal filter was developing for the COVID time, and how I wear this nasal filter for 5 years, and use it to protect the virus and also air pollution. So this nasal filter, the outside layer is fashion design. You can have all different type of design, and inside actually that is a filter. That's a legit filter, not only just like a cloth or anything, but just like a serious filter. It can have a HEPA charcoal filter, so it can filter all the virus, small like a PM 2.5 particles. So that's why, and on the side you get a medical adhesive. Medical adhesive, you can stay on your skin very very easy and strong. So it form an airtight seal, so that they're not leaking. So all the air you breathe it through your nose, get into the nostril, everything is filtered. So if you get a virus, it can filter it out. So make sure you can breathe in clean air. Since the nose cannot filter as a regular nose, so you use this layer protection so that and you get a less chance that the virus can get into your nostril. So you still enjoy your life without much of the trouble by this virus. Everything you can see when I breathe in, when I breathe out, you can see how they're changing. So another thing that the patient goes through is how dry your nose is. The dry, it just like it's come to a point that you cannot sustain the dry. You think like feel like your nose have just like have tens, hundreds of cuts inside. So really is a very unsustainable pain. And so now I talk about how this nasal filter will help it to release or just decrease the pain. And what's the nasal filter work on that? It can keep moisture in your nostril. So when you put it on, so first of all, when you breathe in, this mask was already heated, moist by the air you exhale. So when you exhale here, you can see that I can see a gentle warm air in the nose, and also you don't see a lot of the moisture come out. Basically, the moisture come out your body is saturated moisture, and then they will kind of like separated from the air, and they get keeping this mask. And when you breathing in the new air will mix with the moisture and then come into your lung. So that's why since the 5 years I wear my mask. It doesn't matter what kind of day. It can be a dry day, can be hot day, can be cold day. I never have dry nose. So your nose not feel the crack and not feel dry. So that's why I think that this nasal filter may decrease the feeling of the dry nose for the patient. And also, if you want to do more, I try to put some like sponge with water inside. So the water and keeping the sponge, and you can put it in a cavity. You have quite a bit of cavity right here, and you can right here put some, and even provide more moist on you. So one of the benefit is it's not bother. You wear on it. It's hands free. You don't need to constantly remember to breathe in the moist everything. And the things here, the nasal filter not try to say okay, and you wear the nasal filter resolve all your problem, but it seems give you a choice there. Maybe give a try to see how this one to help the dry nose issue. So another issue the patient mentioned about I think the people who have the ENS, empty nose syndrome, is they cannot sense the airflow. The airflow you cannot, because the channel is too big. And basically our nostril like this. And when they come into, and the turbulent inside is kind of closed, and push the air goes through some narrow channels. When it goes through there, the airflow will be speeded up, and you can sense the airflow. And since the too open, you cannot sense the airflow. So next I want to see how the nasal filter will help with that. So nasal filter, you have general filter, you want to have least resistance for the air. The more the better, because you want to filter, but you don't want to generate a lot of the resistance. But with the empty nose syndrome, and you want to generate some more resistance. So basically you can intentionally block some of the air flow right here. So I can instruct her inside to block the air. Most of the type is sealed up, and then the air comes from the bottom. So when I'm breathing, I can really feel the airflow in my nose. So usually when you're breathing, even I don't have the ENS, but I still cannot feel the air flow through my nostril. I can hear a little bit, but I cannot feel the air rush it, flow inside. But with this nasal filter on it, and I can sense the air rush into my nose. And also you can regulate. And so the more you want the airflow, the more you want to feel more about the airflow, you can engineer the structure. So this is the nasal filter, and I really the hope that friends who has an empty nose syndrome can give a try. I want to hear back from you and see how this one can help. And we have one friend from Florida. This is the 5th time he purchased our product, and he used it. And I'm looking forward to basically visit him personally so that I can help him how to utilize the nasal filter better. And right now he uses a nasal filter as a one-time use. So basically he uses it and he threw it away and get another one. And that's kind of very wasteful, consider how much time we spend on it. So you really can just like restructure the adhesive. I will show you how to make the adhesive. You can every day you make a new adhesive on it, and when the nasal filter get a little bit wet, get dirty, you can wash it. You can sanitize in the microwave just for 4 minutes, and that'll be a fresh new. I want to hear from you. I want to hope you can give a try how to see how that one can help. I'm pretty sure this one can help. You just, I would say you just spend a shipping cost, and I cannot support a lot of people with shipping free samples, and you can just pay the shipping cost, and we give to you, and you can try and to experience it, and so $5, and if you change, make you better. Make your life like a 10%, 20%, 30% better, and that's way worth it for the little cost you spend, but how much a benefit? Because the benefit for the filtration of virus, this nasal filter can filter the air up to 10 to 100 times cleaner. So when you put like a HEPA charcoal, it really can filter air 100 times cleaner. So. And I barely get any like a cold or the nose infection. So because I wear the nasal filter since the COVID time, and two, I wear the 5 years. I'm pretty sure that this one will help moist your nose, and so you can release the dry issues, and the air regulation, the flow, and we really can work together to engineering the airflow so that maybe some area the nose can sense the airflow. If we generate enough strong airflow there, maybe our body can pick up the signal that we're breathing. So I'm very excited to work on this project with friends. You see this YouTube channel, and we can work together, and the more people learn about this situation, the more people will join the team to battle this situation. Because I go through the depression and before, and I know that how difficult the depression, anxiety, hopeless it can be, and that's one of the worst that you go through. It basically you don't have hope, and you feel yourself useless, and that's feeling just like a horrible feeling. So that's why if we support our body better, a lot of times depression comes from the tiredness, can come from the overwhelming and burning out. So if we support our body better, and our body will be more happier, and then we can battle all the bad situation. So thank you very much, and we're all in this together. And I'm as engineering, and I want to contribute my part, from the COVID to air pollution, and for the open nose, empty nose syndrome. I think the empty nose syndrome will be one of my really serious to consider use a needle filter because the discomfort, the struggling, the painful, and the needle filter can release that. There'll be quite a bit of beneficial for you to pick. And I think for the general public, even they have a great benefit for filter the air 100 times cleaner every day, and and it can potentially increase your 5 to 10 year lifespan. If you look at all the articles talk about how the air pollution will hurting people lost 10 years lifetime from the heavily polluted area, and you think about how fragile our lung is. How fragile our lung, like our lung have the surface big like a tennis court. So every moment our blood and our air just like exchange oxygen, and between a very thin membrane. That membrane just like so thin, so fragile. Just like if we divide it by a hair diameter 100 times, that membrane just that thin. So you think anything, cold air and toxic particulates or virus, anything can really damage our lung. So that when the lung damage, we cannot get enough support for the body, we cannot get enough oxygen. That will hurting our overall health. So not only hurting our breathing, hurting the lung, and it will hurting the other. It's like a body is the one part. Any part was hurting, they will hurting other. Like the empty nose syndrome, when our nose getting hurt and our all organ is getting hurt. So I really hope that I get more contact from the friends, and we'll send the needle filter for you. You try it out and give us feedback, and let's work it together for benefit to you, make the life better, and also for future benefit of more other people that can use the needle filter to, against the virus, air pollution. Thank you so much. Again, this is Dr. Yang, and we suggest use a needle filter to help you to filter all the virus so that you will not get a nostril infection that frequently, and the moisture your nostril so you don't feel the nose dry constantly, and also it can regulate the air. So hopefully that will be a game change if we can sense the air. Our body can sense okay, the air is coming. That's how big release there. And even there are small chance for that, or I would really like to try to really engineering this needle filter to achieve that. And thank you so much. Let's work together, help each other, and breathing better, and living a healthy, happy life. Thank you.